Alright guys, this is Calen Silverwing here, and we're going to start with a commentary on this game between Mono E-Sports and Dignitas. Just to talk a little bit about the lanes. In mid we have Rise versus Morgana. Very good matchup. I think Rise is going to win late game if Morgana doesn't get kills in lane. On bottom we have Ashe Soraka versus Kog'Maw Janna. I think Ashe Soraka is going to win this early between Soraka's armor buff to Ashe as well as Ashe's early burst. So as long as Kog'Maw Janna can live until Kog'Maw gets level 6, then they'll start doing well. Top is Lee Sin versus Vladimir. I think Lee Sin's very strong in this patch, and he has a high burst potential, especially early. So if Lee Sin can push Vladimir out of lane, then we're going to have him winning, because as long as Vladimir doesn't get his Hextech Revolver early, then it'll be a winning lane for them. And then in the jungles, we have Olaf versus Dr. Mundo. Dr. Mundo's going to be really quick, so Olaf is going to have to get kills. If Olaf doesn't get kills, he's going to fall behind very quickly. Alright, so we've seen Mono is doing a little bit of a counter here. They're going to invade. So they're going to see, they see Rise. They're going to catch Rise with a Q. And Rise goes down to half health. This is great for Mono because it means that they can invade here easily. You see, Janna at the time was running over here to place a ward. They want to make sure if they're going to counter jungle over here that they're not going to get counter jungled. So they want to be able to see this entrance to make sure that Mundo isn't running in there.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright. You see they're waiting around here. They just want to make sure that no one else is going to come in. And they're probably going to steal Wraiths and then possibly Red. Ping for, they see Mundo's going to start blue. Whenever Mundo starts blue, 90% of the time he's going to run down, he's going to run this way, and he's going to try and come in here and either take Wraiths or he's going to take Red. So he's going to try and get a really good pull on this blue so that he doesn't need to use Smite. Here we have bot lane going back to lane, and the three of them are going to start this. So here they take this out, they're going to leave one behind, just so that they don't have to worry about it. You see, she just I'm sorry. She just warded right here so that they know when their jungler goes in there, and they know that if it takes a long time, he probably stole Red. Alright, so they steal Red. They kill all of the small creeps so that they can get the timer on it. And they've also warded Tri-Brush, so now they know when anyone comes in to try and counter gank them. Counter jungle them. Here comes Mundo. He cleavers across to pull it. And we know Mundo's going to be right around here, because you don't want to pull it too far. You just want to pull it enough. In comes bottom lane. They see Mundo. Mundo gets caught very easily here. Here comes Morgana from this side, and you have a close off over here by Nintendo. They catch him with a cleaver. Not a cleaver. Undertow. And Janna takes first blood, which is actually a mistake. Now Janna got first blood gold plus double buffs. If that had gone to Kog'Maw, this lane would have been won easily even early. But now Janna has it, which really isn't giving them any additional damage or slow or utility on that Kog'Maw. Now we're just going to farm up at top lane. You're going to see Lee Sin is just going to be trying to do some damage. Since this is a league replay, it's going to be a little hard unless we get the Olaf to start looking around. So Olaf is going to come in here. He wants to do his blue fairly quickly because number one, he's running out of mana, and number two, he wants to make sure that he doesn't get counter jungled. You know, here they throw a CV down. And they actually get lucky because Mundo runs through here. So they know exactly where Mundo is. Finishes up blue. Morgana went back and bought a Doran's ring, which is going to help her in laning phase. Bottom lane's getting pushed up by Ashe. Like I said, Ashe is going to win this really early. She's also going to push fast. She's gonna look to do some really good trades because she can trade very easily here. So she wants to volley into a easy auto attack, which is gonna do a ton of damage, especially for crits. Here she does some free damage on the tower as the gank comes in top and doesn't work against Vlad. Comes around for a second gank, catches the undertow, and some free damage. Ooh, but tanks tower, so it's not even that good of a trade. And Nintendo is gonna go back. They catch him with a Q, but it's really doing no damage because that heal just healed it right back up. And he has the cloth armor, and the cloth armor is gonna help him out here. Here comes Paradoxal. Ooh, misses the bind. It's a good pool. Mid's all alone. Scar's all alone. Scar's just gonna try and farm up. Scar knows that he has better late game, and Scar's much more of a farming summoner. He's much more of a farmer, and so he's going to just sit in lane and farm as much as he can, unless he sees something that's a really good potential. And even now you have 21 on Morgana and 31 on Scar. He's pulling. He's gonna pull ahead, even though it's pushing to her, and she's gonna get a couple here. It's really negligible at this point. But as that goes on more and more, I think we'll start to see a difference. Push Zig back a little bit. You have Olaf just clearing jungle. Lee Sin went back. He bought double null mantles, which is very interesting. He's probably going to go Merc Treads with one null mantle, and he's going to use the other null mantle, or possibly both null mantles. Oh, look, they catch him with the tip of the slow, as well as his. Oh, the true damage just finishes her off. I'm not sure if you caught that, but the Kog'Maw was able to catch him with the tip of the slow, as well as the undertow, to get Olaf within range to use his true damage, which was able to finish her off right there. That was a great second kill. Anyway, like I was saying, he's probably going to use the second or both of them to build up into his Hex Drinker, which only costs one this time. So you'll have one go into Hex Drinker and one go into some Merc Treads, and that'll give him a lot of defense. Oh, here they catch Mundo out, because they knew that blue had just come up at 7. They knew blue was coming up at 7, so they knew that he was going to probably be around there. And they caught him right there and were able to take him out. They're going to turn this into a dragon, while Kog'Maw just defends bottom. It's going to be a free dragon, uncontested. They really can't do anything about it. Lucian's just running around a little bit because he has the lane at the tower. Can't really do anything to Void Boy at tower. He's going to come over here and take this. Red is also up, since that's going to come up right around the same time. So they're going to try and take their blue, which is going to be very simple to do, since we see that all of Mono is backing. Rise with blue is going to be a little bit scary, but it's good for Dignitas that they didn't take that. The 10 dude goes back. So you have double Doran's rings as well as Sorcerer's Shoes already finished for Morgana. That's huge. She forced Rise to buy Catalyst. Rise wants to buy Tier first. He wants to build up his mana really early. She forced him to buy a Catalyst because she's going to be doing too much damage. That's huge for that lane, because she's 1-0-1. Olaf already has a finished Lantern, which is also great, and he's going to be clearing jungle much quicker and be much more healthy for ganks. Here's Mundo coming in for a counter jungle. He takes the big Wraith. And you see red's still up now, as well as their blue. So that's where he's running to right now. He's going to try and give that to Morgana, and then he's going to go get red and start ganking. Here Morgana takes it easily. She's going to let her lane against Scar much better right now. Nintendo's coming up for a gank on top. Trying to see if he's there. We don't really have much vision, so we're going to push up into tower and try and do a tower dive. We find Mundo at tower. So this is going to be an easy tower dive here. Mundo misses cleaver. Gets ignited. Ooh. If this arrow had come maybe a second earlier and caught Zion Spartan out over here, Zion Spartan would have been dead. Somehow they both get out of there with less than 200 health. That's crazy. Insane luck right there. Alright, we have bottom starting to push now, especially since Kagwan's at 7. Kagwan's going to be able to push them from long distance away, which is going to give him the advantage here. Kagwan also has triple Dorans and Berserker Greaves. Triple Dorans is going to make him do a lot more damage since Ashe is also going triple Dorans Berserker Greaves. It's alright. A lot of people in this patch, because the Vamp Scepter was nerfed. Triple Dorans only gives a marginally less Vamp from the Vamp Scepter, and so it just made sense to add on to a little bit more damage, a little bit more health, and you have basically the same. I think it's 9% to 10% difference, and so it makes it worth it. Here you have Zion Spartan trading with Void Boy. Now Void Boy has his Hextech Revolver already, so he should be able to heal up fairly well. But because Lee Sin has 2 Null Mantles, he's able to kind of push off some of that damage. He also bought double Dorans, which is going to make him do some more damage and give him some more heal. And so they're really just going to out-sustain each other, and it's going to become a farm match. They're pinging. Dragon is coming up at 1342, so they have about a little bit less than 2 minutes, so they're going to start warding it. And they're going to want to try and get ward control in about a minute. So you're going to see someone come in here, try and pink it probably, try and clear out some wards, and that way they keep ward control. You see Nintendo snuck in down here because they had the pink ward. They knew that there was no other wards in that brush. Sadly, he got hawk shot by I'm a Cutie Pie and was easily seen. This is where Mundo is. They just saw Mundo using this with this ward, so they know that he's in this jungle somewhere. So Nintendo was just running up in case there was a gank. This ward's running out fairly soon. They're coming up for a gank on Void Boy. Paradoxical needs to catch this. Oh, he misses it. He's got to back off because he knows he's not going to be able to get the kill. So this game's really going into farm mode now. And the thing about this game, which I think is very important, is as you watch Mononomadic play, they're great in lane. They're going to be a very strong team. The difficulty for them right now is working as a team once laning phase ends. Okay, I think Nintendo does an awesome job as jungler setting up ganks and really getting ganks. However, it's going to be very difficult for him to, for them to work together since they're not used to it. Oh man, Morgana catches a great bind on the blue buff as well as her Tormented Soil, and she's able to steal blue buff away from them because no one stood in this area. Dignitas knew that they placed a ward over here, and they knew that Morgana was there. What they had to do was really create a wall that could stop her from doing any damage. Once they saw that Tormented Soil, they should have all stood right there, created a wall, and it would have been impossible for her to take that. They take Dragon off of this because they know that no one is there to really stop them, and they have all 5. Up, they catch. I'm a cutie pie with a bind, and I'm a cutie pie is dead. That is a dead Frost Archer. They're gonna go back to lane. They're gonna try and dive Locust here. Locust is just gonna run straight up. He knows what's coming. Oh, he dodges. He beautifully dodges that. They missed the whirlwind, and Locust is gonna get away with heal and that armor. If he had hit the undertow, that would have been dead Soraka, but since he did not, it's going to be a live Soraka. So for any of you that don't know, main large ward spot is going to be right here and right here for both teams. The reason is because you can see the jungler. Usually you want to move it up a little bit, because then you can see the jungler running to wraiths, as well as see anyone that's going to be coming in this area a little bit. And that's going to be a huge telltale sign that you're getting a gank. A lot of people like Skara are going to ward more like in here. And what they're trying to do is they can see the jungler running both ways, but they can also see whether wraiths is up. And that's really important to them, because as long as if they know wraiths is up, they can push up, steal wraiths. Push up, steal wraiths, over and over and over. And if you have someone like Morgana that can steal wraiths easily, that can do it over the wall, they can drop Tormented Soil, throw over a bind and take that blue very easily, it makes it so that you can get a lot more farm than your enemy laner without having to do much in outlaning them. Lee Sin's got to come up here and clear, and you have Dominate just kind of coming into mid lane. Nintendo is going to try and come in. I think what he wants to do is come around. Oh, he was just checking wraiths. I thought he was going to come around and try and dive him here. But you really don't know where Ryze is, and Ryze can catch you. So Ryze comes back in the lane, catch Dominate with some very good damage. Especially since she now has a blasting wand. They're going for just to take the tower here. Zig does more than enough damage with his 3 Dorns and pickaxe. Okay, so this is when Dignitas is going to get scary late game. They have a Ryze and a Vladimir. The Ryze and Vladimir are both going to get double Woda, and double Woda is going to become really strong. Here they are diving Skara. Up, Skara gets ulted. Oh man, Zion Spartan's just taking so much damage. Paradoxical comes up to try and help, and he just takes. That was not worth it for Mono I think they're getting a little overzealous here. They took a 2-for-1 trade, and it just wasn't necessary to dive so far in for that kill. Ryze was able to bind Zion Spartan right inside of tower range. It's really just messed him up. So anyway, like I was saying, Dignitas is going to get very strong late game. Between Locust heals, Void Boy is going to get stronger, Ryze is just going to get infinitely stronger, and Ashe is probably one of the best late game carries, right next to Kog'Maw though. They both have very late game teams. I think Morgana falls off a little bit to Ryze late game. I think Lee Sin falls off a little bit to Vladimir late game, and I actually think Olaf. Olaf and Kog'Maw are gonna fall. Kog'Maw's gonna be better, and so that's what all of they're sitting on is Kog'Maw. They won this early game 6-2, but it all depends on whether or not Dignitas can really pull this into late game, because their AP carries are going to be stronger than the other solos. The ward coverage that they have is very good. They can see anyone coming through this lane. They can see anyone coming through here. They have all entrance points from enemy jungle warded, which is huge. And these two wards are very important, because they now allow Mononomadic's bot lane to really push up all the way to tower without being afraid. They don't need to be scared. Here blue comes back up. They steal it without contention, because I don't even think that the other team had a good timer on it. So they take it at 1850, and it's going to be up around 23. Here they're pinging to run top, I believe. And they're going to try and get a gank on Voyboy, which is a little strange, so I don't see that happening. Voyboy and Zion Spartan are doing some damages, and they're going to take the middle tower for free as well. At this point, Dignitas looks like they're going to lose. It's 6-2. 2 dragons are down to Mono E-Sports. They've stolen 2 blues, and it's 20 minutes into the game. They're pulling ahead in gold quite handily. I'm a cutie pie. He ults Morgana with Black Shield on and dies for it. That was just a bad ult. His team wasn't even there to follow up. They were over here. They thought that they were going to be coming in through this way. He ults straight down. They must have a ward here. And Morgana sees him coming, so she's able to Black Shield all of the stun away. If they had to catch Zig with that stun, with that ult. They caught Zig with that ult, and all of them were there to follow up, then they would have died. Here they finally contest the dragon, because they know it's 4-4. 4-3. Oh gosh. And they're going to try and smite it, and they were able to smite it away. I think. I believe that they stole that dragon. Like I've said before, Mono Esports does a phenomenal job during laning phase. Laning phase is ending right now. So they were able to get that kill on Ashe, which I think was a mistake on Ashe's part. The rest of the team over here, Ashe over here, it just wasn't going to work out. So the real question is going to be, after all of this farm, is Dignitas going to be able to come back in team fights from now on? All right, let's take a look at really quickly. We'll take a look at some CS. All right, we have Kog'Maw's got 155 to Ashe's 162, winning in CS on Ashe's part by a little bit. However, Kog'Maw's 103, so he's definitely winning in gold with all the dragons. We got Ryze with 155 against Morgana with 159. Morgana's winning this 114. Morgana has way more gold. She's even finished the death cap, and Ryze just finished his standard build. Alright, he's going to go for a Woda right now, but I think he's very far behind in this. And then you have Vladimir on with 188 against Lee Sin with 162. He's winning in 191. He's winning in CS. But with the CS doesn't matter when you're 1-1 and 2 with Double Dragon. The gold is just not going out well. And here we have a gank up top. Gets ulted. Gets Zion Spartan can come in and they pick up the kill. Oh man. That was a lot of damage from Ryze. Zion Spartan is just going to be slowed forever here. He gets away. Nintendo comes in. They're going to go for a kill on Soraka. Soraka goes down. Oh, and now Dr. Mundo goes down. They're going for Ashe here. Oh man, she flashes. Oh, but Ryze picks up Lee Sin there. She flashes into Ryze and he takes Lee Sin's Q with her. Pixel stayed alive with 100 health, which was great on his part. And they're gonna go for a Baron, I think. Yeah, but I'm not sure about this choice. They have 4 up that are running there now with Scar. Oh, Scar gets caught out and dies. That was bad on Scar's part. He ran right over a ward. Why wouldn't they have a ward there? And they take this Baron for free. As long as they can heal up the damage, they take this Baron for free. They even have all 5 up because it's early in game, and all 5 of them get the Baron buff. Wow. And Amacutify is just going to farm. Kog'Maw just finished his Infinity Edge. And Ashe doesn't even have her second. She actually sold. Oh, maybe not. So she decided not to go for the smaller, for the pickaxe. She went for just BF sword and Cloak of Agility, which I think is smarter. Dignitas making a lot of mistakes in this game. You saw Scar run right over a ward where he had to know. This place is warded every single time. He runs right over a ward and into 4 of them that he knows are there. Scar finally gets blue again. This is the 3rd blue. They stole the 2 blues before this, so Scar's going to be able to pick that up pretty easily. They're going to go for a steal, but I don't think. Okay, she just goes for a ward.
Your team has destroyed.
Sees another ward and clear it. Right now Pixel's just clearing wards. They're going to probably start to push either mid or top, because you see Zion Spartan pushing. Misses the Q. Bot lane should start to push here, which is going to be good for them. They have all lanes pushing, which means that they can put pressure anywhere. And the big thing about having Baron is that it makes it easy for you to just push. The largest thing, the most important thing about Baron is the passive health regen. It means that you can win all trades. As long as you do damage to them, it doesn't matter if they do damage to you, because over time, you're going to heal up that damage. And it's going to make it so that your team can win all pushes. As long as you're poking and they're poking, you will always win because you're going to have that passive health regen. If I could see the passive health regen, I would tell you. HP regen is now 82 on Olaf because of that Baron buff. Here they're just taking towers for free. Dignitas can't even stop them, and especially with the Kog'Maw farmed, he's just gonna clear it. He even was able to get a Zeal on top of his Infinity Edge. This Kog'Maw's just really strong right now. Paradoxical has another blasting wand as well as a Negatron cloak, also very strong. And you have Nintendo X, really just going for tank utility, which is going to make this team unkillable. They took a tower. They have to fight here. This has to be a fight. Black Shield saves them, and they all get out with that Kog'Maw slow. Paradoxical's going to come back in, try and catch a bind. Catches a bind on AmaCutiePie and ults through the wall. Oh my god, and it goes off just as she was about to get out of range. That was insane. Catches a bind and then a pull right over the wall. Wow. That was extremely good play on Morgana's part. If that had been anyone else that she had caught, it wouldn't have been a kill. But with Ashe, she was able to ult, and Ashe was just not able to get out of range. That's just phenomenal play. Here we have top lane pushing for Dignitas, which is going to take a little bit of pressure off. They're going to take this dragon, a free dragon. There's really nothing that can be done about it until they run out of Nashor. And so they were able to take 3 turrets as well as an inhibitor off of that, which is going to just place them even further ahead. They have 6 turrets to 0, 3 dragons to 1. They stole 2 blue buffs and got Baron. Their gold must be somewhere somewhere in the 3 to 6,000 range over Dignitas right now. Dignitas is doing a good job of keeping up in farm, but Vladimir's just pulling ahead by a little bit of Lee Sin. Morgana's a little bit ahead of Ryze. The farm is still very even, with even Ashe and Kog'Maw being basically exactly the same. And so you really just have that 2 to 3,000 over with those dragons that they were able to secure. So it looks like Mono E-Sports' early game is really paying off for them. Their early game, they were able to make some really big moves. They caught Mundo out, which was, in my opinion, Mundo's mistake. At this level, you have to expect that to be warded. And if you were going to counter jungle like that, Ryze had to push up. bot had to push up. They had to come in instantly when their lanes left. Otherwise, that was impossible. And the problem is that what you have Ashe is going to beat Kog'Maw early. You can't. You're going to counter jungle versus an Ashe, versus a Kog'Maw versus a Morgana team. I mean, Ashe could have really done a big job. I mean, and now Ashe is just dying over and over, getting caught by those binds. That's just killing her. They're going to take another tower off of this very easily. Paradoxical is just going to look to catch a bind. She doesn't get one. You see bot lane pushing in. This is going to mean that they're going to have to split their people. Alright, so Voidblade has to go down here to kill these people. Well, they just take a free tower because they can't defend 5 against 5. 3 against 5 is impossible. They catch Skara out. Skara, all of this just going to take him down. Morgana's just too strong right now. Between Morgana and this Kog'Maw being farmed, the game is basically over. To catch a bind, here comes an arrow. Misses everyone. And Zion Spartan gets out with 200 health again. Bot lane is still pushing into tower. The minions even took this tower. I mean, minions just OP. They gotta nerf the minions. You have this down. It's about half health. And we're gonna see a final push very soon. What they're probably gonna do is just take this Baron, be very safe about it. Dominate's gonna come in here and gonna ward it. I believe that Pixel still has the ability to see those wards, and so they're just gonna clear it and take Baron. There's no way that they can win this team fight. Monomatic is just way too far ahead. You have 3 of their people haven't died yet. Morgana's died once. This is just... They're just too strong. Here Zig's just going to push this lane. Make it so that it starts to push. And they're going to go to Baron. They're going to ward right here if they have one. Oh, they decide to ward this place. It's just a little bit of a strange place to ward. Oh, and they ward over the lane so that they can see. They're gonna try and get a steal here. They need this steal. If they don't get a steal, they really can't do anything. And Monomatic takes it for free, basically. There's no towers left. They're just gonna be able to push easily right into here. Take these 2 inhibitors, possibly a 3rd one if it comes up, and just push to win. Dignitas would have to pull something crazy out here, and I don't think it's possible. Monomatic is just way too farmed. And during this game, their early aggression, their early damage was able to really pull them out here. This is going to be the final team fight. And oh, it looks like Paradoxical is getting caught out here. Paradoxical dies. So does Vlad. So does Voidboy. Locust gets destroyed. Oh my god, look at how much Zig is just chunking. Zig dies. But they get the ace. And Monomatic pushes to finish. Alright guys, well, thank you very much. This is Calen Silverwing again. And this is Monomatic winning. I'm very surprised at this actually. They were able to use their early game to really pull through. So congratulations to Monomatic on this game. So thanks for listening, and I hope I have a chance. I'll see you guys later.
Victory!